One of the most common things I'm asked after losing 160 pounds is if my life got better after losing weight. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that my life is better after losing weight, but I will tell you that life is easier after losing weight. Because I'm not going to sit here and completely bullshit you and tell you that my life is just magically wonderful and 100% never have any problems just because I lost weight. Weight loss is not this magic cure-all for all your problems. They're not just going to magically vanish, but moving through life is 100% easier after having 160 pounds come off of my body. For example, I just stood in line for over an hour at the DMV, which love that for me. But as I was standing there, I was thinking about how much more difficult that would have been to do before I lost the weight. Because before I lost the weight, just standing in place used to be difficult because I had so much pressure on my knees, on my feet, that I would be in pain by just standing there. And not everyone is going to understand that, but if you know, you know. You start to pay attention to and notice how much easier you just kind of move through life. Like I went to the grocery store after I left the DMV and I didn't have to worry about like scooting around people in the aisle because I could just do that. Even something like driving. My stomach no longer presses up against the steering wheel, which makes it so much easier to drive. The couple of bags of groceries that I got aren't going to make me completely out of breath just by carrying them in. So no, life isn't necessarily better after losing weight, but it is much easier. And don't get me wrong, people in bigger bodies are absolutely capable of doing all of those things. But as someone who started in a bigger body and now resides in a smaller body, I would be lying to say that it's not easier to move through life in this body than it was in my bigger body, at least for me.